What's up, everybody? It's Eat a Profit here to do another video. And this video is going to be called Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, who is the pound for pound king. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I just watched the fight between Terrence Crawford and Shawn Porter. It was a really good fight. You know, Terrence Crawford ended up winning it when Shawn Porter's father stopped. I think it was the 10th round. After Crawford had knocked him down 2 times. And then after the fight, a lot of the guys like Andre Ward and Tim Bradley and a bunch of other guys were talking about the fight. And as they were talking about Terrence Crawford, they got to talking about, you know, who's the pound for pound best. And it came down to Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford. Now, I'm going to tell you, I love Terrence Crawford and I love Canelo Alvarez. But in terms of pound for pound, as it stands right now, it ain't even close. This ain't even going to be a long video, to be honest, because it's not even close. Canelo Alvarez is pound for pound the best, hands down. It ain't even, if you look at their level of competition, okay, you know, Terrence Crawford is 38-0, undefeated. I forget how many knockouts he got. I think like 19 knockouts. Canelo Alvarez is 61-2. 1 loss, 2 draws. I think he got like 39 knockouts. And if you look at the level of competition in the different weight classes, I think, you know, Terrence Crawford started out at 140, moved up to 147. I want to say that Canelo Alvarez started out at junior middleweight and went all the way up to light heavyweight and won titles in every single division, beat every champion that's out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it's even close. I mean, Terrence Crawford just fought Shawn Porter. Nothing against Shawn Porter, but Shawn Porter is pretty, man, his box, I think he just retired. So his boxing days are over. Shawn Porter's been around for a very long time. He was fighting back when Tim Bradley was fighting. And Tim Bradley is retired. So I think he started before Tim Bradley. So that should tell you how long Shawn Porter's been around. You know, even fighting Manny Pacquiao wouldn't really mean a lot. In fact, to be honest, the welterweight division is nowhere near as great as what it used to be when you had, you know, Floyd Mayweather and Tim Bradley and Lamar Peterson and, you know, Manny Pacquiao when he was at his best and Shane Mosley. I mean, it just was a whole different level of competition. Now, if you look at the top 10 in the welterweight division, man, yeah, I mean, you still got like Danny Garcia there. He's been around forever. You know, Shawn Porter was number 4. You know, so it's just not even close in terms of the level of competition faced. Now, you know, nothing against Terrence Crawford. I can't even say he's fought the best that's out there because he hasn't fought Errol Spence. He hasn't fought your Dana Jugas. Now, and I'm not saying that's his fault, but you know, how many titles do Canelo Alvarez has? He got more than I can count. Terrence Crawford has the WBO belt. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because Errol Spence Jr. has the IBF and the WBC. And Eudanis Jugas has the WBA belt. So all he has is the WBO belt. Now, I'm going to give Terrence Crawford some advice. If he really do want to really be considered the pound for pound best, he can't do it without fighting the other champions. There's no way he's going to be considered pound for pound if he's not fighting the best fighters out there. That just makes sense. So if I was him, I would fight Errol Spence Jr. I don't give a fuck if it's 90-10, whatever the split is, take it. Take it. Because I believe that Terrence Crawford can beat Errol Spence Jr. And I believe I would fight him for free if I got a shot at his 2 titles. Because that's what's the most important. If Terrence Crawford ends up beating him and becoming a champion and has all the belts, then he can start, you know, like at that point he would be considered. I would have to start looking more seriously at considering him the pound for pound best. Even though, no, that still probably ain't gonna put him close enough because Canelo just fights 2. He's about to go up from cruiserweight and fight for a title. That's like 5 or 6 weight classes he done won titles in. I mean, there's nobody else that's doing anything close to what Canelo's doing. It just is what it is. You know, if if Terrence Crawford can't get a fight with Earl Spence Jr., then he needs to figure out a way to fight Eubanks Ugas. Because if he can win that WBA title and he got the WBO, you know, that might make the fight with Spence, you know, a little more appealing. I really do hope they fight before it's too late, you know. But the state of the welterweight division of boxing is just terrible, to be honest. It's never been this weak. I be hoping and praying that Tim Bradley will come out of retirement, only because I would like to see how he would do against somebody like Tim Bradley, or even if Pacquiao was done. But if he was still in his prime, that would be another good fight. You know, Floyd probably then went past the point of being able to fight somebody like Terrence Crawford, but I wouldn't mind seeing him fight. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think Crawford could mess with Floyd. I just think Floyd got too many weapons for Crawford. But if you know, and Floyd in his prime. But yeah, though, you know, like I said, I did want to show y'all the records of let me just put this up here for Crawford. Just give you an idea who he's faced. You know, and then I'm gonna put Canelo's record up here so you can get a good idea of who he's faced. And like I said, if you look at the level of competition, Canelo is by far above and beyond Crawford. You know, nobody's touching Canelo right now. That's why he's the man. It just is what it is, you know. You know, he not ducking no fight. So I got nothing bad to say about either one of these guys. I love them both. I think they're the two of the best. They probably are the two best boxers in boxing right now, Crawford and Canelo. And I think Tyson Fury is really good as well, you know, especially in terms of the heavyweights. So yeah, Undisputed King is definitely Canelo Alvarez, hands down. You know, like I said, I'm not even going to make this a long video. No point to. You know, by all means, please like the video. Please share the video if you like. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave your comments. You know, I would love to hear anybody's take. You know, like they were saying, there is no right or wrong answers. You can think whoever you want to think is the pound for pound king. But I'm telling you, from somebody who really understands, you know, boxing and MMA, that Canelo is the king, hands down. Now, like say if we talked about MMA, it's a lot harder to figure out. You know, it would be between three people on my, you know, for MMA: Kamaru Usman, Valentina Shevchenko, or Amanda Nunes. They're the three best pound for pound, and it would just be, it's a lot closer with those three, as opposed to boxing. Like I said, it ain't no, you know, is no comparison. Nobody compares to Canelo right now. He's definitely the best. The last person who did compare would have been Floyd Mayweather. You know. And maybe Manny Pacquiao to a degree. But other than that, yeah, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank you for watching the video, everybody. I love y'all. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. Peace.